Well, hello, children. You've heard the story about Joseph and how he ended up in Egypt. And he eventually escaped, or he was let out of prison. And he became a very honored person in the king's company. Well, Joseph's father and 11 brothers came to live with him in Egypt so that they could have enough food to eat. And those brothers married and had many children. These children had children themselves, and so on until there were thousands of Israelites in Egypt. The king of Egypt, who was called the Pharaoh, did not like this at all. He made them work as slaves for him. Many of them worked hard, making bricks to build houses and palaces. So we're going to open the book this morning to hear what happened to one particular family. Today's story is called The Secret Baby. There was a basket in the water, and there was a baby in the basket. The baby's big sister was watching from the riverbank, and God was watching too. Why was the basket in the water? Why was the baby in the water? Because the baby was a Hebrew, a great-great-great-grandson of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. There are too many Israelites in Egypt, the king said to his soldiers. If we are not careful, there will soon be more of them than of us. So I want you to kill every baby Hebrew there. Some Hebrew mothers cried. Some Hebrew mothers ran. But this baby's mother was clever. She covered a basket with tar so it would not sink. She laid her baby in the basket and prayed that he would be quiet. And she hid the basket in the reeds near the riverbank and hoped no one would notice. But someone did. And not just any someone, the daughter of the king himself. She went to the river to bathe, and she spotted the basket boat. She sent her servant to fetch it out. And when she looked into it, oh, what a surprise. The baby's big sister hid her eyes. She could not bear to watch. But God kept watching. He had special plans for the baby. I don't care if this baby is a Hebrew, the king's daughter announced. I want to keep him. Coochie, coochie, coo, she said. I shall call him Moses, but I will need a servant girl to feed him and look after him. And that's when God nudged the baby's big sister just enough so she would jump up from where she had been hiding. A serving woman, she shouted, almost before she thought. I know a serving woman who could help you. Well then, fetch the girl, commanded the princess. And God just smiled, for now little Moses would be raised by his own mother, taught the Hebrew ways, and be ready for that day when God would use him to set his people free. Well, Moses had escaped from the cruel soldiers. Wasn't it amazing how it all worked out so well? For now he was safe, being brought up by his own mother, together with the princess. But that was God's plan for him. And we'll hear all about what happens to Moses in other stories. Well, just stop for a moment and let's think. This story says that God had special plans for baby Moses for when he grew up. I wonder what will happen in your life as you grow up. Let's close our eyes and think about that just for a moment. So now I'm going to say a prayer And if you want to make it your own, you can say the words after me. Dear God, thank you that even though Moses was only a little baby, you had a special plan for him. Thank you that you have a special plan for everyone. Please watch over us as we grow up. Amen.